Welcome to Mindful Chatting, a podcast where therapy meets real life. I'm Kristen, a therapist, business owner, and a lifelong student of what it means to fully show up in our relationships, in our work, and in our healing. Here, we unpack mental health concepts, explore mindfulness tools, and talk through the messy, beautiful, in-between moments that shape us. Whether you're a fellow clinician, a curious listener, or someone navigating your own growth, this space is for you. Let's chat. Hey friend, welcome back to Mindful Chatting. It's Thursday, which means this is our space to slow down, reflect, and talk about the things that tend to surface in the therapy room and maybe linger a little long after the session ends. So if you can, let's grab something warm to drink, settle into your chair, and let's take a breath together. Today I want to talk about discipline and why so many people I work with believe they're failing at it when discipline was never the real issue. So many of us grew up with this idea that discipline looks like pushing through, forcing consistency, overriding discomfort, trying harder when things don't work. And when that doesn't work, the conclusion becomes there must be something wrong with me. But here's what I see again and again in my sessions. People aren't lacking discipline. They're navigating executive function limits, often without knowing it. And when executive functioning is taxed, discipline becomes a moral weapon instead of a support. Executive functioning includes things like initiating tasks, sustaining attention, regulating our emotions, shifting between tasks, and also remembering steps. None of those are character traits. They're neurological processes. So when someone says you just need more discipline, what they're really saying is you should be able to override your brain. And that belief quietly teaches people to turn against themselves. Here's a quick note for my clinicians listening. If you're looking for a charting and practice management system that doesn't make you want to scream, well, guess what? I use TherapyNotes. It's clean, reliable, HIPAA compliant, and honestly saves me hours every week. You can try it with my link in the show notes. When things don't work, people don't question the system. They question themselves. They say things like, I'm just not consistent, or I don't follow through, or I must not want it badly enough. But what if the real issue isn't effort? It's fit. What if discipline isn't about pushing harder, but about designing life around how your brain actually functions? That question alone shifts shame into curiosity. And when we stop treating discipline like punishment and start treating it like support, well, everything changes, because then discipline becomes creating scaffolding, lowering our activation costs, building in recovery, expecting disruption, and responding with flexibility instead of force. That's not weakness. That's actually intelligence. For any clinicians tuning in, if insurance billing is the part of your practice that drains your soul, Headway will be your best friend. They get you credentialed, send you referrals, manage your billing, submit your claims, all the stuff none of us went to grad school for. It's free to join, and honestly, it's been a huge support for therapists who want to take insurance without drowning in the administration part. My link is in the show notes if you want to check it out. If you've spent years believing you just needed to try harder, I want to leave you with this. You weren't failing discipline. Discipline failed to account for your nervous system. And the moment we stop blaming ourselves for how our brains work, we finally have room to build something that actually supports us. Thank you for sitting with me in this on our Thoughtful Thursdays. I want you to be gentle with your mind, and I'll see you next week. One more thing before you go, and this helps me personally, staying present and grounded, which we all need, especially when your brain wants to spiral into disconnection. Me too. It's Brain FM. It's musically designed to help ADHD brains, well, really anyone's brain, focus, relax, or sleep, and I use it almost daily. If you want to try it, I've dropped my link in the show notes. And if you're looking for planning tools or ADHD-friendly resources, I'll keep a list of my favorite links in every episode.